Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Man, I think it's crazy. I'm over here, I guess 3 weeks away from my trip. And so I'm just trying to fit everything, all of this, my clothes, trying to fit everything that I haven't already sold into my suitcase. I'm packing my entire life up. And it's kind of crazy, it's the Thursday after Christmas, almost New Year's, and I'm just kind of trying to do all this now, and I'm doing the rolling technique, at least I think I am, and I'm moving in 2 days out of my apartment that I've been in for a year, which means getting rid of all of my furniture and just everything that I'm not taking. And let me tell you, that was kind of emotional. Like, not so much the furniture and stuff like that, but it was like the video games, the collectibles, the things that I spent a lot of time getting. And it's crazy thinking like, oh yeah, it's all gone now except for the few things I'm still taking with me to Japan. And I'm trying to minimalize and create just this starting over experience of, if there's anything I really, really want, I can get there. But honestly, the freedom that comes with, oh man, like, I don't really need any of this stuff at all. That was a really bad rolling technique. But, it's like, yeah, I kept my favorite games, I kept my favorite clothes, my favorite books, and I only kept like 6 books, so I do like reading when it's interesting, but just things that I was like, man, I would really hate to not keep that. And then some stuff where I'm like, man, I really shouldn't bring that with me. Like, what's the actual point? And some of these are already wrinkled to like crazy, and of course I'm not leaving, so I'm like pre-packing to move. And then, of course, once I get to where I'm staying for the next few weeks, I'll have to open this again, kind of sort through what I want to wear, and then wash it all and pack it again. But, that's kind of the process we're at of just, how do we make it all fit and work and be cohesive, and especially with these giant sweaters that take up, like, so much space. But, I'll get there in January. I've heard that the weather hasn't been super cold, but, it's, that's just kind of how it is. Yes, I'm taking a towel because Japanese towels are little bitty. And yes, I know that from experience. They're tiny. But do I need to take a towel? I don't know. I'll put that in the maybe pile. And that's what I mean. Like, you kind of go through stuff. Like, am I going to take these? No. But, like, you just kind of go through stuff, and you go, maybe not everyone's like this, but I've gone through the same, like, box of things and got rid of more and more and more. Like, I was going to take a few more games initially, got rid of all those. And I was going to take a few more collectibles, and I got rid of all those. And I had a lot more clothes, and then my sister helped, and I really nailed that down as well. And so it's freeing in a sense, but it's also like a goodbye. And I don't know if y'all keep up with the Marie Kondo Spark Joy thing. And I literally had this moment where my sister came over, my sister and basically our sister, Alicia, she came over as well. And they were like, oh, okay, do you want this? And I was like, no. Do you want this? Yes. Do you want this? You hesitated too long. You don't actually want it. And so it was like one of those processes of like going through stuff and like, do I really want these things? Do these things really bring joy? Like, and then, like, can they fit in your suitcase? Because again, it's two carry-on and 2 check bags. And I did pay extra for that because I'm moving my whole life. I don't want to get rid of every single thing, but like, you still got to think about space in that sense. Jeans are big and button-ups are big, and I don't even have my suit ready yet. But I get to go do that with my dad in a few days, so I'm really excited. And then my going away party is next weekend. Like, things are moving really fast. And the crazy thing is that I'm excited. Like, okay, that's not as crazy, but I'm just I'm really happy that I get this chance. And I've said that like 1,000 times in every single video I've uploaded. That I get to go do this thing, and it could go one of several different ways. I'm selling everything, and it could be a disaster, but this is my dream, right? Moving to Japan, living life there, learning more about the culture, the structure of the society, diving more into pop culture and video game culture and otaku culture and just seeing if it's what 12-year-old to now me think it is. When I went to Japan a few years ago, it was the most incredible experience of my life, and leaving was the hardest thing I've ever done. And a lot of painful things have happened since then, so that's saying a lot. My Taylor Swift shirt. So awesome to get to see her with my sister. Obviously, I'm taking this. But yeah, it's just a matter of like, man, what is getting on that plane, saying goodbye to my family going to be like? What is going to be, when we do take off? And then once we get to Tokyo, like, what is that whole process going to be like of going through immigration and picking up my luggage, and like really the process of, holy cow, I'm in this country, I'm not even close to fluent, but I am learning. I gotta go pick up my SIM card for my phone and like get my plane ticket, or not my train ticket, and I don't know, my underwear is coming out. And just really, what that whole 3 hours of, oh crap, I'm in Japan, I did this thing, and that reality sinking in. I'm staying in a capsule hotel, and then I start training about 3 days later, so I get to spend time in Tokyo before working or going through training for my job, which I'll be teaching English in Nakaiwa, which is a language school. I'll be 2 hours away in a city called Kanagawa, and I'm very excited. I'm excited that I'm not going to be stuck in some deep boony part of Japan, though I would have gone gladly. But I get to, from what I've seen, I get to be close to like Yokohama and like Pokemon stuff and like the ocean and also, the volcanoes, the mountains that hopefully don't erupt. And I think that's like such a crazy thing. Like, I didn't get placed in some weird area, and I'm assuming that I'll get to meet other people working at the same Eikaiwa to teach English. I won't be the only American or foreigner there. But I'm really hopeful for the friends I'll make, and I know it's not super easy to make friends in Japan, but I'm gonna do my darndest because I know how important it is. And I want, however long, if I'm there forever, if I'm there for a year, I want it to be something that, like, when I'm on my deathbed and I look back on my life, I don't want to have any regrets. And for a while I was having regrets because Japan's been such a big part of what I've always wanted for my life. It's why I went to college. It's why I don't feel like I ever could just settle with some normal career life here in America, which is fine. If like you want to settle down, get married, have kids, that's your prerogative. That's your right. I'm not downing that dream, but my dream has always been this. And now that it's right in front of me, as I'm packing things and selling stuff and like going to stores and being like, oh, that would be really cool, and thinking like, I'm leaving the country, I don't need to buy more crap. It just all starts to kind of hit you that like, man, I get to go live this dream, for however long, and it's not going to be how I dreamt it, and it's not going to be probably as easy as I hope it is. There's going to be ups and downs and hard things, but there's also going to be incredibly good things. And, holidays will probably be hard unless I have some expat friends, and you know, work's going to be really awkward and weird. Thankfully, I have experience with teaching already, so that I'm not as nervous about. But like, I get to just learn what this is all like. Thankfully, I've had experience living on my own and being by myself, but I also have a really good support network here. And I know I won't necessarily have that out of the gate in Japan. So just kind of learning how to be okay with that. You know, if my friends don't automatically text back, that's going to be my everyday. You know, 14-hour difference. I won't always get to talk to my dad when I need to, or my brother. And I guess that's when it hits you. Is when you, you know, you think about it that way. But, whew, was not expecting that. At least I know I care I'm leaving. And it does feel real now. But yeah, so here I am packing up my life to go start on my next chapter, my new journey, my new endeavor with my Bulbasaur socks in hand, which I think, no, I'll probably wear my Jocos on the flight, because who wants to wear socks on a 13.5-hour flight? Not me. Guess, oh, these are a full pair of socks, good. But yeah, it's really happening. It's really real. You know, and I've been going so fast these last few weeks, going through, you know, trying to take in everything that Christmas has, and being with my family and seeing my friends, but then rushing into, I gotta sell everything and process all of that. But honestly, you know, the hardest part's gonna be getting on the train, saying goodbye, and then, you know, and then that's it. Everything is peachy from there. I'll probably cry when I say goodbye to my sister and whichever part of my family shows up, which no pressure to any of them showing up. I know it's hard. It's going to be an early flight. But I don't think I can fit anything else in here. I could probably fit the towel now. Let's see. Again, only taking this towel because I don't want a tiny little towel. But you know, if it doesn't fit, if it weighs too much, it will be the first thing to go. Yeah. Well, guess it's onward to the next packing thing, but 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks now. It's crazy. Thank you guys if you stuck around this long. I hope you like and subscribe. I cannot wait to go on this adventure, take y'all with me. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe and the channel will grow and it'll become something beautiful. But until next time, guys, may your heart be your guiding key. Much love.